It was honours even here last season between these two. Tonight, Atletico have the chance to close the gap on Barcelona and Real Madrid. For Valencia, they just want to continue their current run of good form if they're to be top four candidates this campaign. Let's hand you over to your commentary team, David Phillips and Kevin Keatings.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the Vicente Calderón Stadium. Two teams who are in Champions League action in midweek, both going well in Europe with excellent opportunities of reaching the knockout stages, and both expected to be there or thereabouts in and around the top of the Primera Division come the end of the season. Atletico Madrid, traditionally very strong with this passionate support. Diego Simeone, when we come to the team shortly, has only made 3 changes from his Champions League starting 11 in midweek. Same too for Nuno Espirito Santo in terms of his Valencia changes. Valencia still in debt, seeking now under their billionaire Singapore businessman owner Peter Lim to look to really improve their financial position and start to nudge towards the sort of situation they had under Rafa Benitez when they split the big two in Spain and won a couple of La Liga titles in the early 2000s. Well, it's always great to do a game from this stadium where it is loud, hostile, intimidating for any visiting side. Valencia, good mix of experience and youth at the moment, but certainly this is a night that will test them. As you heard Phil Neville saying, the assistant to Nuno Espirito Santo in his interview before you joined us, this is Valencia's biggest test so far this season. There's Nuno and Simeone enjoying a little joke there. The man in black, what a surprise, Diego Simeone. Well, conditions ideal. Alongside me to enjoy it, David Phillips. We'll get a word from David in a moment, but let's put the meat on the bones of the changes that Simeone has made from midweek. Jose Maria Jimenez and Felipe come back into defence to replace Savic and Siqueira, and Koke gets a recall in place of Saul. Griezmann and Jackson Martinez continue their roles up front. Nuno's 3 changes see Enzo Perez, the young Brazilian 19-year-old Danilo, big night for him, and Rodrigo come into the team in place of Javi Fuego, Sofiane Feghouli, who's injured, and Paco Alcácer, who's only a substitute. No, will be the man in charge. But he promises to be feisty. He might have a busy evening. As I say, David Phillips alongside me, and like me, really looking forward to this. Could be the game of the weekend.
Well, let's hope so, Kevin. You look at Atletico, the form they're in at the moment, certainly exceptional. And Valencia, having had a fantastic victory against Malaga last week, end up going into the Champions League and just bypassing Ghent. Atletico doing well in their Champions League as well, just topping their group on goal difference from Benfica. Excellent victory against Astana, but this is a huge game between these two rivals as such. Not much to choose from them from last year. Only 1 point in La Liga and only 1 place as well.
Valencia preparing to kick us off here. And they play from right to left in the first half. Early touch here for Portuguese fullback Cancelo. Now Rodrigo. Looks like he might be leading the line for Valencia. Now Gaia. Just wondered whether Santi Mina or Rodrigo would play as the focal point of the attack. Looks in the early moments as if it's going to be Rodrigo. Or whether Nuno thought about matching Atletico and going 4-4-2 themselves. They don't normally play that way. We'll see how it develops. Well, here's Gaia. Santos. Jose Luis Gaia again. Gabi. Koke, support here from Felipe. Dani Parejo's got an important job as the captain of Valencia to marshal that midfield where Atletico, particularly here, are so strong. With Gabi and Thiago in the engine room. Thiago is something of a modern miracle. One of those players who just seems to be getting better with age. Still got tremendous energy at the heart of the midfield. Linking there with Gabi. He's 34 now. Won La Liga title, won titles as well in England with Chelsea and in France with Lyon. So Nuno's team are going to have to match that midfield area for sure.
Well, they certainly are, and when you look at the setup, when we saw the caption earlier on, there was 5 in midfield, but I've got that Andre Gomez playing on the left, Danilo and Enzo Perez being the 2 main central midfielders, Parejo on the right-hand side with Rodrigo and Santi Mina as the 2 up front. So they're matching them shape for shape, which Phil Neville alluded to, all the possibilities. And that is what Nuno Espirito Santo is looking to try and achieve. Matching throughout the heart of the midfield, because that is where the engine room is of Atletico Madrid.
Free kick against Godin. Diego Simeone saying this week that he was amazed that the Uruguayan wasn't on the shortlist for the Ballon d'Or. Not the only one. I think we were all surprised. Parejo over the free kick. Flick-on's good. Oh, Mustafi wasn't too far away from getting a positive touch on that.
Certainly was very close, wasn't it? There's a little flick on towards the penalty spot area, and there you see Mustafi just trying to lunge, but you see there Diego Godin once again. He's there, the brains, the experience in the heart of that centre-half area. Just wonder whether there's a slight tug from the Uruguayan.
Just a suggestion that there was a little bit of holding from Godin. Griezmann closely policed by Santos. Gabi. Thiago. Routine win for Simeone in the Champions League here in midweek against the team from Kazakhstan, Astana, 4-0. There's Felipe, looks for Jackson Martinez. And Mustafi did well to prevent the corner.
New combination at centre-half with Mustafi and Santos. €9 million from Braga. And you'll see during the course of this game, Kevin, a no-nonsense centre-half. There's no airs and graces with the big Brazilian. If he's got to make a challenge, he'll make a challenge. It doesn't matter whether it's on the right or the left.
This is a good run. Santos slow to close down there. Koke denied. It's a good stop from Jaume Dominic. And Koke expecting a corner at the very least out of that. But Dominic called into action for the first time here.
Well, Koke can't believe he's got so much time and space inside of that 18-yard box. Santos reacts a little bit too late. There you see he's making strides to have that chance. Great save, as you said, from Jaime Dominic. And there was Cancelo just to prod that ball away. Good movement, good save from Dominic.
This is a goalkeeper who's been jettisoned into the spotlight. He's the third choice for Valencia. Dominic, first on the team sheet normally is Diego Alves, but he's out with a long-term knee injury. And his deputy, the Australian Matty Ryan, is also currently injured.
Well, for Jean Dominic, this must be a dream come true. Came from Huracan, who are actually based in Valencia. And to actually be playing up in this style for his local club is absolutely fantastic. But here we are at the Vicente Calderon, full house, 55,000, great atmosphere. Made a great save last week against Duda, a penalty when he played against Malaga to keep his clean sheet. And he's taken his chance very well, Kevin.
Good movement there from Thiago. Just above him, but he lost his marker, Parejo. So dangerous from set pieces, Atleti. Koke delivers great corners from both sides. Valencia free kick. And they'll be grateful for just a little bit of respite. It was a good spell from Atleti.
Well, you know exactly what you're going to get, especially from the set pieces. There's a little shove in the back from Carrasco on Parejo. But I thought Parejo defended his 6-yard box really, really well as Thiago was looking to try and get a little flick on. But you see straight away, in respect to the intensity, there's Griezmann trying to close the ball down, same as Jackson Martinez. High tempo once again from Simeone's men.
Here's Mustafi. Cancelo. Enzo Perez with almost a sloppy pass. Mustafi turned it into a better one than it was. Enzo Perez. Griezmann suggesting to our referee Gil Manzano that he got a foot to the ball here.
Just looking at Santimina and Rodrigo. As soon as they lose the ball, Kevin, they go to the flanks. And that is just purely to stop the advancement of Felipe Luis and Juanfran. There we see Santimina just coming onto the ball now, but as soon as they lose possession, the two of them just go and split to add that little bit of assurances in front of their two fullbacks.
It's a late one by Thiago. Referee had a word with the Portuguese midfielder, but no card issued. Parejo will get over most of the Valencia set pieces. Godin climbs early against Mustafi. Godin, calm defending again. Here's Thiago. Oh, good ball to Felipe. Griezmann. Shuffled on by Koke. No pressure on Santos. Well, did he get a call? If he did, he didn't hear it.
And once again, there's Godin up against Mustafi. Slight hand on Mustafi. Never a handball. But then you go to the other end, and Santos, I'm sure that he didn't get a call from Dominic, but as I said to you before, Kevin, there's a no-nonsense centre-half. No airs and graces. And at times, technically, he'd rather put it into row Z than get the ball down and play it.
Here's Andre Gomez. Gaia. Lovely reception of the ball there from Rodrigo. Chance to run at Felipe, who timed his challenge well. Gabi. Koke. exceptional pace of Griezmann turns that into something promising. There weren't too many players that could have made that Koke pass, but Griezmann is lightning quick.
He certainly is lightning quick, but also Mustafi as well. But as you're right to say, excellent ball from Koke. I just thought at one moment he'd just forgotten about Antoine Griezmann, had a look to the right-hand side and then just drifted that ball to the left. Another good opportunity. Koke this time will in-swing that ball in towards the near post area, as usual with Atletico.
Thiago is the main man at that front post. That's well wide. Just the sight of the target there from Ferreira Carrasco.
Had a lot of time, Kevin, didn't he, to able to bring that ball down. Eventually Andre Gomez gets out as quickly as possible. But once again, the set piece that comes in, and Parejo is the person who heads it away. So invaluable in that set piece area, zonal marking. They know exactly what they're going to get from Atletico.
Mustafi. Koke, still only 23 years old. Put him down as one of the leaders of Atletico Madrid, despite his tender years. Made giant strides over the last couple of seasons. There's so much more to come from him. Atletico Madrid have got 8 or 9 players, 24 or under, in their squad, and building solid foundations for the future.
And at times they missed him last year when he was out injured, Koke.
Yeah.
10 assists last year.
Thiago looking for Jackson Martinez, too strong for the Colombian, who's still finding his way, a little bit like Griezmann. If we remember back to the first couple of months of last season, Antoine Griezmann, David, coming in from Real Sociedad, took him time to learn the Simeone way, didn't he?
He did. And when you look at Simeone and his philosophy, a lot of it is all about the hard work rate, the expectancy to work for your side, to die for your side. And Jackson Martinez at this moment in time, yes, he came from Portuguese football, but he's getting in tune slowly with the pace of what is being asked for by Simeone. He is an exceptional player. They wouldn't go and pay 30-odd million euros for him if he was a poor player. And he will come with time. And I'm sure with the link-up with Antoine Griezmann, he will benefit from that. But also you have to look at Fernando Torres as well. Great experience, great players in and around him as well.
Simeone was really spoilt for choice in terms of attacking players, Griezmann and Martinez tonight. Fernando Torres on the bench, also the Argentine international Angel Correa, and Luciano Vietto, the other Argentine, who's currently out with appendicitis problem, but he'll come back before the season's out and put pressure on the front men.
He's one player who hasn't really adapted, has he, as of yet? Come for a high fee from Villarreal, still only a youngster, 20, 21 years of age, but Simeone knows him from his Argentine days, and he will come good.
Jimenez all the way back here with Jan Oblak. Thiago, now the Atletico captain, Gavi. Griezmann running into Mustafi. And a yellow card for the German international, Squadran Mustafi. He's suggesting that Griezmann engineers the contact, but it looks a foul.
It does look a foul, even though Mustafi grabbed hold of most of the ball. certainly upends Griezmann as well, but what an exquisite pass that was from Gabi to start off with. Again, he's looking to hit the ball out right and then chops that ball into a path for Antoine Griezmann to get onto sharply. Mustafi will be feeling slightly aggrieved about that, but this is a great position for Atletico Madrid.
Certainly got his foot on the ball, and then Griezmann made contact with Mustafi. That would have been slightly unfortunate there. But Gabi, the Atletico Madrid skipper, poised. Solid Valencia wall, breaks here for Godin. Sentimina putting in a spot of bother there. Atletico stay on the front foot, as they have been for much of the opening 16 minutes. Nice work there by Juan Fran and Ferreira Carrasco, but ultimate result is a Valencia goal kick.
Well, once again, as I mentioned earlier, in respect to Santimina, you can see as soon as Juan Fran makes any sort of advances, he's there to go and help out his left back, Gaia. You normally wouldn't see a centre forward that far back, especially when there's a throw into the opposition.
But that's what Atletico Madrid do to you. Juan Fran is such an attacking right back. Began his career as a right winger, coming through the youth ranks at Real Madrid initially.
Well, we can always remember Diego Costa doing that sort of role when they used to play against Barcelona as well, coming out onto this left-hand side to take care of Dani Alves.
It's a useful ball shuffled down the line here for Koke, dealt with by Mustafi. But this will be no surprise, this fast start to Valencia, that have expected to come under pressure early on. Added pressure, needless really, that from Mustafi, miscue.
Yeah, won't particularly be happy with that, will he, Mustafi? Has to really wrap his foot around the ball. Wasn't the greatest of crosses from Felipe Luis on his right-hand side. Pause for thought for Nuno Espirito Santo.
Griezmann taking this corner. Little routine that was trying to work between Griezmann and Koke, and Ferreira Carrasco is good in. And use of the arm, I think, by Ferreira Carrasco.
Well, he made it a lot easier for the referee by raising his left arm to start off with. Nice little dink pass from Godin. You can see there, part of chest, passed arm. Was a correct decision from the referee. Tonight's referee, Gil Manzano.
Parejo. Excellent pressing here from Atletico Madrid, just overdone eventually by Thiago. They don't give you a moment's respite.
They don't, but you can have a look at the young lad Danilo, 19 years of age, under immense pressure, is able just to hold onto the ball, make himself big and strong, and eventually grabs hold of the free kick. Potential there, Kevin. I know they paid a loan plus 250,000 euros, and I believe there's 15 million euros if they fancy taking him on next year as well. And what I've seen of him so far this year will be worth that money.
Well, this is a big showcase for him. We'll find out what he's made of. Not seen anything really of Valencia on the ball. Not much possession to speak of at all really so far. That's a really nice ball spread by Danilo. And Rodrigo fires wide of Oblak's near post, but that's better from Valencia. And this is an important stage of the game. If they can stay with this early Atletico Madrid momentum, Nuno knows that his team will eventually grow into the game and be a threat themselves.
But that comes from a little bit panicky. He's up against 3 or 4 red and white shirts. Has to compose himself a little bit better. We know there's only Santimina up by the side of him, but if he just waits a little bit longer, you'll see the run of Gaia coming from that left flank. So when they do get to those positions, you can see there's going to be a lot of red and white shirts in and around you. Don't panic, just be a bit more patient.
Mustafi, Santos, Danilo, he's done well again. Santimina, Rodrigo, excellent overlap from Cancelo, and Oblak with an unorthodox intervention, but effective. Problem here for Rodrigo.
Well, that's the best phase of play so far for Valencia. Just had to wait for the overlapping run from the right back, Cancelo. The timing was perfect. It was an excellent ball in towards the near post. Just to see, just a little twist of the ankle there, isn't it? Or is he? Just if he's struggling there with his back of his knee. But there's the time of the run from Cancelo towards the near post area. You can see Andre Gomez going in beyond the near post. But Jan Oblak, slightly unorthodox, gets it away. Just hope that Rodrigo's going to be okay. But he pulls up very sharply, Kevin, doesn't he?
It's a strange one, that. There was no contact from Koke.
Well, he was holding the back of his leg, which the interpretation is that he's done a hamstring. But I'm looking at the way that he's hobbling across there. It could be the knee, could be the ankle, we're not quite sure.
We seem to be initially clutching the back of the knee rather than sort of high up on the back of the thigh where you would normally look to a hamstring. But that's worrying for Rodrigo. When a player puts his hand up like that, it is usually a worrying sign. And that's it. Paco Alcácer on for Rodrigo. This is more of a conventional number 9 in the Spanish international. Alcácer. Rodrigo likes to work from a right-sided attacking role, so in some respects it doesn't really cause a problem for Nuno Espirito Santo in terms of the shape of his team.
No, it certainly won't do, and once again you'll see with Alcácer, he'll work hard. I just think with tonight he was just given a little bit of a rest. He's played an awful lot of football, not only for Valencia but also for Spain as well.
Good work here by Juan Fran. So too by Danilo, who's had an excellent first 23 minutes. The Brazilian teenager showing that he's not overawed on this stage.
No, he's not. Well, as I said before, what I've seen of him, he's an exceptional talent. There's Juan Fran making great strides once again down that right-hand side.
Gavi with a corner. It was a free header, and Jimenez can't make anything of it.
Oh, Jimenez should be scoring there, Kevin. It's a free header, isn't it? It's a ball which is flighted towards the corner of the far 6-yard box. There he is against Mustafi. Mustafi is just watching the ball and then realises that he's lost his marker. They see it coming together once again. There's Jackson Martinez, Enzo Perez having a bit of a collision there. Just see the way that it lands. It doesn't look as if it's an ankle or anything, does it? It's got to be muscular. But that was the first real opportunity for both sides, and that should really have hit the back of the net. It's a free header for Jimenez.
Santos need to be careful here. That's calm defending. Griezmann, Koke looks for Jackson Martinez. It's well observed by Mustafi. Better defending there from Squadron Mustafi, covering Jackson Martinez. It's a disappointed figure of Rodrigo.
It is, because he's been given another opportunity tonight.
Gavi's corner. The ball had arced out of play.
When you look at Koke, you talk about composure, and that is always attributed to him. He was there biding his time for Jackson Martinez, and then eventually puts in a great ball, but it's well defended, as you rightly mentioned, by Mustafi. And that's what we all love about Koke. Not quite sure where he plays. Does he play central? Does he play left? Does he play right? Just a license to go and shift whatever he needs to, but when they lose possession, he's straight back into a solid 4-4-2, in amongst that midfield unit. And I think he's one of those first names that you see on the team sheet week in, week out with Simeone's men.
No question. Enzo Perez played in the World Cup final last year for Argentina. Perez, Santi Mina, Perez again, Parejo, Koke, Godin, now Felipe. Free kick was given, I think, even before Gavi made his challenge there. Not quite sure that's what Felipe meant there.
It looked good though, Kevin, didn't it? But one thing you have to say, that neither goalkeeper has been tested as of yet. But it's a high-octane performance from both sides, isn't it?
Yeah, ferocious pace. Danilo. Oh, that's sloppy. Griezmann is quick, but not that quick. It's a poor pass. Opening wasted there.
Well, it was an opening wasted by Danilo as well. Poor pass from the young man. There was Antoine Griezmann in acres of space. The weight of the pass just a little bit too heavy. He's up there against Gaia and also Santos. Gaia's not exactly short of pace.
This is Jimenez. Smart turn by Griezmann. Entitled to take the shot on.
There's a bit of a sighter there, isn't it, from Antoine Griezmann? Well read by Jimenez to start off with. There we have a look. Just gets the ball out of his feet, but you can see there, slightly off balance. Wants to try and hit that as hard as possible, just leaning back. But coming up towards the half-hour mark, you've got to give a lot of credit to Valencia. They've matched the home side in every department so far. And you can't really say that about a lot of sides, especially here at the Vicente Calderon. The expectancy is always so high here, and always a fantastic atmosphere.
Santi Mina's got some space out on this left-hand side. Parejo picks him out. Gaia. No pressure on Godin. Andre Gomez finding Cancelo. Gomez again. And final touch. Thiago doing well to force the goal kick out of Andre Gomez. Very interesting to hear Phil Neville's interview before kick-off, saying how happy he was here in Spain, how much he was enjoying the lifestyle. Of course, you're going to enjoy the weather, but also he made a point of saying how much he's enjoying the football. And these are two of the best sides in Spain, where the majority of the world-class players still ply their trade. Almost half of the Ballon d'Or list comes from La Liga.
So in respect to Philip, if you can't enjoy being attached to Valencia, if you can't enjoy the Spanish lifestyle, the weather, etc., then you're on a loser. But we know how good it is. And certainly when you're attached to a club like Valencia, yes, they've had their financial issues, still going through financial issues, but it is a big club in the reckoning. Has been and will be again, I'm sure.
I'm sure Phil Neville was pinching himself when he got the call to come and be assistant coach to Nuno. Now Jackson Martinez, mistake there, real chance, buries it. Poor defending by Valencia. And Jackson Martinez's confidence rockets sky high with a home goal against Valencia. Wasn't going to waste that opportunity.
Well, you can see there Mustafi raising his arms to start off with. But I also look at his counterpart, Santos. Could have done so much better. All it is a big up and under from Felipe Luis. Mustafi loses the sight, but I expect Santos to do a lot better than that with his volley. Jackson Martinez, cool, calm, collected, gets himself to around about the penalty spot, and then decides to just tuck it into the far corner. That is a howler from two centre-halves. But look at that composure from Jackson Martinez. It's been a fabulous performance from both sides, and all it needed was a goal. And there's the first.
Well, they stayed with Atleti for just a little over half an hour. And now Valencia have some chasing to do. But what a gift from both the central defenders, particularly from Santos, whose job it was to cover any hesitation from his fellow centre-back Mustafi, and palpably failed to do so. Atletico looking for another poor touch again. Santos with some suspect defending again there. Got away with it. Juanfran. Now Koke. Big minutes here for Valencia. Can't afford to ship another. Juanfran. Danilo. Stronger than Juanfran. The young Brazilian actually got the free kick. And Valencia quickly about it.
Poor decision from Andre Gomez. Only had Paco Alcácer to hit. Still had 30 yards of space to run into. And right again, Kevin Santos. That's sixes and sevens. We've seen in the past, in respect of Atletico Madrid, once they go 1-0 up, they take the foot off the gas. I don't think they can afford to tonight.
Space here now for Griezmann. Jackson Martinez, there again! Big save from Dominic. Lost out in the first one-on-one, wins this one. So important for Valencia.
It's an excellent save by Dominic. But again, I have to look at Santos. Goes towards the ball, commits himself. There's no way that Jackson Martinez is offside. Gaia has to try and get back as quickly as possible. Good skill from Jackson Martinez. But there you see Dominic. What an excellent save that is from the young goalkeeper.
Just listen to this noise. Koke's corner. The header! Fabulous save! And blocked on the line by Gaia. But Dominic got a really important hand to it initially.
Certainly worrying times for the away side. Another great ball, isn't it, from Koke. There you see Diego Godin. There's the header. Firm palm, wasn't it? Is able to deflect it. I'm sure that if Gaia wasn't on the post, that would have gone into the back of the net. Or was it a case that the referee had given a free kick already? Worrying times for Valencia, but superb performance from Atletico. It's what you always expect, don't you, from Atletico? Not only have you got to match him physically, but you have to match him with every ounce of sinew that you've got in your body.
It's a top save from Dominic. If he doesn't make that, good in scoring, I think. Gaia might have had a say on the line. He did eventually.
Well, I was just looking to see where the free kick came from. When you see the main protagonist going up for the ball, there was no pushing, no shoving.
Mustafi looks like he might have a bit of an injury. He's just grimacing and limping a little bit there in that Valencia backline. But when Atletico Madrid are in this mood, they are a hard act to deal with. This is the kind of performance we saw so often when they famously won the title 2 seasons ago.
But you see, they don't give up on anything. There you have Jackson Martinez having a go to Neil. There's the opportunity for Jackson Martinez. You can see that Dominic stands up as long as possible. Not quite sure why the referee's given a free kick for Godin's header, but excellent save off the line by Gaia. Turning out to be an excellent game, this one, Kevin.
Well, I think the goal would have stood for Godin. I think eventually there was a little pull back from on Gaia just after he'd made the intervention on the goal line. And that was a close one. Relentless Atletico Madrid performance. They suffocate you, they smother you. You just have to, as David used the phrase, hang on in there and wait your moment.
But what you have to commend as well, Kevin, is that you've got wide players backtracking, tackling. You've got Carrasco over on the far side with a lunge on Cancelo. And that's what Simeone wants from his players. He wants 110% week in, week out. They don't always give it, but I'll tell you what, tonight they certainly are.
Thiago. Santos with the interception. Now Andre Gomez. It's brilliant. Absolutely superb from Gavi. Juanfran. Koke on the march. Shapes one in towards Griezmann.
Well, time to get breath, I think. Not only for those on the pitch, but also for ourselves. But you see once again Gavi making an overload situation with Juanfran. Danilo didn't realise that he was in behind him and then had to react very quickly. Valencia, have they been able to get 4 or 5 passes together? Very seldom have they been able to get themselves into a relaxed position, get the ball down and start working the Atletico players.
Parejo coming under intense pressure again. Atleti wanting the free kick. Gil Manzano says no. And this might open up for Valencia, not in the end. Alcata trying to bundle his way towards the penalty area. And away come Atletico Madrid again. Ferreira Carrasco. Shots on now! 2-0! And in no way are Atletico Madrid flattered by this. You'd have to think long and hard for a team in Europe that could live with them in this mood. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco doubles Atleti's lead.
What a strike, what a goal from Carrasco. Scored last week against Real Sociedad. There you can see he wins the ball. I think it's against Cancelo. You can see that Mustafi doesn't come to him. Danilo shows himself far too easily. He goes around another player, has a quick look up, and there's the strike into the bottom right-hand corner. Dominic, who's had to make a couple decent saves, even at full tilt, can't get anywhere near that. What a goal that is from Carrasco.
Well, this young Belgian is already announcing himself on the La Liga stage. One of the summer buys, and looks a very good acquisition.
When you have to analyse this at half-time, Kevin, I don't think there's many teams in Europe who are going to be able to cope with this. It's a sensational performance.
Perez. Cancelo. Cato will give that one up. And he's got a headache. It's a pretty major one at the moment. Nuno Espirito Santo. What can you do against an Atletico Madrid side in this form?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? When you go in at half-time, you think, well, you haven't played too badly. Just going to have to say to your team at half-time, you've got to keep that work rate going and just hope at some stage that Atletico are going to wane in their performance. But as we know of Atletico, they're highly tuned, they're in great physical shape, and such a hard team to break down.
Here's Juan Fran. Godin. Gaia. Santos looking unsure again. Mustafi is covering in behind. Gomez. Gaia. Another perfectly timed challenge this time from Koke. Now Gomez. Jose Luis Gaia. Not much to split the teams in terms of overall possession. It's what you do with it. And they have looked very progressive, Atletico Madrid, in this first half. Herrera Carrasco trying to win possession back. Punching challenge from Danilo.
That's really good to see as well. At least Gil Manzano is not blowing for a free kick.
It's great to see the referee allowing these challenges. They're full-blooded, but they're legal.
And certainly at 19 years of age, there's no airs and graces there from Danilo. There, Carrasco is asking for a free kick from Cancelo. Wasn't given. It's gone quiet, Kevin.
Well, it's been raucous. It's been just wonderful to watch from Atletico Madrid. As you say, David, Valencia haven't really played that badly. It's just that currently stuck in the jaws of a dragon and breathing mighty fire here at the Vicente Calderon.
But they'll look at that first goal and said they could have done so much better with the two centre-halves. Mustafi missing it to start with, Santos missing the chance to volley it away. But that was great composure from Jackson Martinez. And I think, Espirito Santo will look at that as being the catalyst as why they've gone 2-0 down. But it was a wonderful second goal by Carrasco.
Oh, whistle. Eventually from Gil Manzano, looked like he was going to allow that challenge on Santi Mina. Valencia players asking for a little bit of...
I just think there was a little stamp there from Jimenez, wasn't there?
Yeah.
You can see there he's going in 2 foot, but the ball's there to be won.
Yeah, I think it was the 2 feet together that was slightly dangerous. Referee, amidst it all, has blown for half-time, but in terms of its intensity, that was jaw-dropping. First 45 minutes from Atletico Madrid. A goal for Jackson Martinez, a goal for Yannick Ferreira Carrasco. Valencia have it all to do in the second half. Half-time at the Vicente Calderon. Atletico Madrid 2, Valencia 0.
Valencia almost blown away there, weren't they? Plenty for Marcelino and Gaisca Mendieta, excuse me, to talk about in the interval. And we'll have the goals again. £40 million they spent on those two strikers. Getting their money's worth now.